I was born with the devil in me.
And that's the title! Ready for a jump scare? I was already ready for that. Something's watching us. Something's watching us from the bushes. Hello everybody and welcome to Great Leveler Gaming. I am the Great Leveler and today we're back with The Devil in Me, the season 1 finale of the Dark Pictures Anthology, and you may or may not be able to tell we're picking up straight from where we left off last episode. Pause just as we're leaving the curator. Now we're going to get to meet some, if not all, of our poor unfortunate souls who I will be guiding, hopefully, to survival. Now, I have played all of the horror games from the Supermassive company, Until Dawn, Man of Medan, Little Hope, House of Ashes, and The Quarry, and now this one. And I have never, ever had everyone survive to the very end, not unless on my first playthrough. That's my goal for this one. I was very close with The Quarry, and then everything went horribly wrong at the last minute. Again, no spoilers to that one. You'd have to check it out to see what happened. But I was gutted, to say the least. So I'm very hopeful that people will survive, but it'll never happen. So there was a few things I wanted to talk about at the end of the last episode, but I've already forgotten. It was only a few minutes ago that I actually finished recording, but hey ho. Let's crack on. If I remember, I'll tell you all about it.
My name is Kate Wilder. I've got a master's in criminal psychology.
She was from House of Ashes.
I'm an investigative journalist and hope to make
Rachel?
a difference.
I think it looks like Rachel, kind of, with a head different.
Chicago AM on and yeah, it's really tough when just being honest means everyone thinks you're a bitch. I'm not. Sure, I've got issues to deal with, same as everyone. I'm working on it.
Good for you.
Hey, I'm Mark. I study photography at UCLA. Had a great time. Really want to get back into some serious photography.
Is that him from the first game as well? Man of Medan?
But yeah, it's a job.
Kind of looks like him, but obviously the beard's different.
Hey, please! See a problem? Light it. You don't often meet someone like that. Man, how do you even start?
Interesting.
I'm sick of being on my own.
So she called Jamie this one. I was getting to call her.
Sorry, do you start with qualifications or like personnel info? Because I mean, will anyone access this? I'm kind of private, actually.
Yeah, Charlie Lonitz, UK original. I've been here for 20 years. The last
you look familiar.
It was a very beautifully conceived.
God, why does he look so familiar?
Didn't quite.
Yeah, I thought it might be the serial killers watching it, and the music's building up to that. I did want to say that, but
it's a fucking mess, to be honest with you.
I think we've heard quite enough.
Enough? Oh, I've barely begun, Your Honor.
Oh, I wasn't expecting to flip back to this guy so soon.
Understand. I was born with the devil in me.
And that's the title!
I could not help the fact that I was a murderer any more than a poet can help the inspiration to sing. Bury me deep, Your Honor. Make sure they fill my pine box with cement. Put me deeper than anyone else. And cover the ground with more cement.
Yeah, that's definitely what happened, because I remember watching that episode of Supernatural.
Enough to stop me from killing again.
On May 7th, 1896.
Oh, 1896.
AKA Henry H. Holmes,
Mudgett.
sent to the gallows. His neck did not snap from the force of hanging. Records indicate he hung, slowly suffocating for over 15 minutes, until finally, the monster was dead. America's first serial killer confessed to 27 murders. But as investigators sifted through the traces he left behind, following his path from city to city, the number grew significantly.
So invested in this,
Nearly
it's so good.
200 lives.
Wow.
America's first serial killer, and possibly the worst. He was buried as requested, under concrete. Was he hoping to hide from God's judgment? Or did he truly want to keep the devil from climbing out and killing again?
Cool, I'm loving this.
Sir,
What do you think?
Is that him from Little Hope, the teacher? And he just looks really different, and he's putting on a British
To
accent.
be honest, Charlie, this is a pilot.
Hold that thought.
I don't know if it is. I'm really bad with faces, obviously.
Lonnet Entertainment.
Charles
When
Lonnet, please.
you know.
Speaking. Charlie is fine.
My name is Grantham Dumet.
What can I do for you, Mr. Dumet?
Actually, it's what I can do for you. Hear me out.
Interesting.
I'm certainly grateful to you, Mr. Dumet. This all sounds amazing, but
I'm really curious where this is going. There's not much to comment on at the moment.
None taken. I'm in a privileged position. I don't need for much, but my time is at a premium. We need to do this today. I'll send a car for you this afternoon, 4 p.m. Be ready.
This afternoon? We're talking a couple of days shoot. I've told my team they're free this weekend, and frankly...
This team's sitting in the room when you're making this phone call, if I remember rightly.
He's dead in the water.
I've told you what I have. Please don't waste my time. Am I sending the car or not?
Yes, of course. We're in. I'll get from that.
So one of the things that I wanted to talk about and bear an update, like I had any choice in the map, is that the last game, House of Ashes,
Right. Let's load up,
was that there was a lot of extra characters in it, so that even though you only had a few characters that you yourself needed to keep alive, oh shit, that's kind of like a split vibe.
People, adventure, excitement. Anyone?
Yeah, so there was extra characters involved, so you can keep them alive a little bit longer or a little bit less, but ultimately it's only the main 5 that you had to keep alive. I'm kind of hoping they do something like this, especially with it being a serial killer, but it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. That was something I was actually hoping for.
You don't like surprises?
You know what this reminds me of?
Don't say it.
Topeka?
Exactly. Me, no money in my pocket, a dead phone, and lost in the middle of goddamn Topeka.
That was
never even heard it.
It was 100% your fault, because you fly by the seat of your ass. So?
He looks something, and I cannot figure out who it is. I'm going to have to look after this episode.
He's obsessed with H.H. Holmes. Totally sane, I'm sure.
We're going to a property he inherited from a relative. That's who had the obsession with Holmes. Some of the rooms are full recreations from the murder castle. Dumet has blueprints, documents, artifacts. When I said this would save the show, I was not exaggerating.
I did wonder that, because I thought it was going to be a fan, which makes more sense. But I couldn't, because where the location was, you see, that's what was throwing me.
Before we go any further, I have to ask that we lock up your phones for safekeeping. While this may sound strange that I invite you to film the collection inside my home, I cannot allow any personal devices that may share information that could affect my business or lifestyle.
Yeah, so I'm trying to talk over them talking.
Must be authorized by me first. I require privacy and discretion.
But yeah, because of the location of it being right on the front of the waterfront.
Look, what he's offering us is worth it.
I was thinking it couldn't be in that possible same location because it would be too easy to get out. But this makes sense. It's replication. So I'm really liking this one. The motion capture's looking even better. The facial animation is great. The acting sounds really good. It's always been good though. The acting is. And I'm loving the intrigue. Obviously, the guy I'm guessing whose voice is using is a recording. So whether it's I don't know who it might be. It's obviously got a voyeuristic nature. I'm really digging this one. This is so far. I mean, everyone, in my opinion, has gotten better than the last.
This guy gonna help?
And from the first 30 minutes, I'm already loving this one more than the rest.
No, really. I got it. Thanks, bro. Don't sweat it.
All right.
Okay. So now what?
I'd love to get some footage of the lake and the scope of this.
Not with all the mist and fog.
That's the better one,
From on high, we'll get a better look.
That's certainly up there. The visuals will be great. We can frame up over the mist.
Charlie,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
You'll pack up a lung before you're halfway up there.
I'm fit as a butcher's dog.
Mark, this is crazy.
We'll be fine.
Oh, man.
Be careful, guys.
I really like the characters so far as well. Usually each game will have one annoying character who you kind of like take a shine to as the game goes on, depending again on your actions. So far, I'm really liking everybody. Everyone feels genuine people, which is good. Now, again, if it's anything like House of Ashes, this episode probably won't have much that happens. The first two, well, ignoring the prologue, the first, second and third episode then, really, of House of Ashes, very little actually happened in terms of horror or story.
We're on it.
But in terms of setting it up, then yes, it was a lot more. Ooh, this feels like more.
That is loud.
That is loud.
From miles away.
Well, yeah, I know that in theory, but
Ooh, so much for Plan A.
we must be able to work our way around. Come on.
Anything for a shot, right?
Doesn't look too serious.
Oh God, because they're talking all the time, which is good. Yeah.
I'm gonna say we trusted and not die.
Nah, this sign is something the lawyers made them put up. I'm sure it's fine.
Hard disagree.
But you're going to follow me anyway.
So Mark, I just wanted to say thanks for backing me up, man.
What?
The navigation feels a lot smoother. I've been playing, like I said, a few of these games, and you seem to be very slow sometimes when you just want to get through it. So the speed's better, the navigation's better.
We needed all the help we could get.
Right. Yeah. I guess we do.
So, yeah, I forgot what I was saying because people keep talking in the game, of course, and I don't want to stop moving and just stand. Really, Mark? Really? Dick.
Must have been quite a storm.
I'd love it if there was more overlap between the games, though, as well, like references. I think there was... No, I don't think there was any reference to any previous games. I'd love to see a little bit more crossover, just, again, like American Horror Story, which I'm referring to because it's horror-based and an anthology series. Hallelujah. I'd love to see more connections because those were all individual, but you come back to the first season with Murder House in later seasons and such like that. And so, yeah, I'd love to see some kind of connection back, even if it's just references to ships that they found. Now, one thing that's always bothered me about these games, and I noticed it a little bit in the prologue, is that...
Hey, when we wrap, I'd like to take a couple weeks off.
Let's get
my family.
I need you in post. I really appreciate that discerning eye of yours, you know.
I got a lot going on at the moment, Charlie.
No, you don't.
Right, yeah, of course, sure. Take a couple of weeks.
I don't have to move, game. I've just been moving the whole time to get to this location.
You should do the
Yeah.
same. Take some time out.
Sure.
You got any family you can go and bother?
No.
Oh, well.
No, Mrs. Lonnet, you got
Come
hiding
on.
in some
Shut up. I want to
closets
talk.
somewhere?
I want to talk. My turn. Thing is, when they finally show up and it's not my time to talk, I've already forgotten everything I was going to say.
How's that marriage working out?
Well, from what I hear about real marriages, pretty damn good.
Married to the job.
I feel like there's going to be a lot of this in the game then. I don't think we've ever had any balance moments previous to this. Wonder if I could get my guy killed right then and there. That'd be fun. This is one thing I would like for this game, is more chances to get main characters died early on, because I honestly think that that's part of when I try to keep people alive during my House of Ashes playthrough and really struggle with certain bits and like, oh, Breath of the Release, and then when I tried to get them killed on the second playthrough, I was really disappointed with how difficult it was to actually get them killed. So I would love more of that. But yeah, God damn it, I did forget what I was... Oh, that was what I was going to say. So one of the problems I've had with pretty much every game in this series so far... Ready for a jump scare? I was already ready for
What
it.
the hell is that?
You know, just hanging out.
The whole setup was just too obvious coming a mile away. yeah, I feel like when you get to a certain section, and what they'll do is it'll fade to black and then pick up right from where you left off, just because the scene's changed. I get it, because what they're saying is, right, you've made these decisions, now we need to load this cutscene, but I want it to flow better. If you're going to fade to black, I better be coming on a different location or a different person, not like if I was to get up here now and it fades to black and loads up from the same location, just a different angle. That's stupid, and it breaks the immersion a lot. Where if it's cut to a different time, location, or people, I get it, but when it's mid-scene, it feels
just looking at the light on the
rough.
How is that going to fit into the show?
It just caught my eye. Coming.
Yeah, but he's got a discerning eye. That's what you've
Always the photographer.
got him for. Yeah, exactly.
Turn it off.
Yeah, right.
There's a lot of crossover between the creative stuff and the commercial stuff.
You sure about that? Because crossover with Kate hasn't exactly...
We agreed to let that drop for the weekend.
Just making sure your head's in the game.
Right, so we're not going through that way.
Locked tight. Come on. There must be another way.
Must be. Why must there be?
I'm optimistic.
Yeah. Ah, here we go. Look at this. Squeeze through here. Oh, God. Them controls are a little bit... Yes, it feels a little bit... This is not complaint, this is an observation. It feels like a little... What's the word? Not quite awkward. Doesn't flow quite well. You know, like fitting between the things. A normal person would just turn sideways and walk through it. It makes it into a huge deal, which makes it feel like it's just trying to set you up for scares further down the line, which I ain't gonna fall for. I hate jump scares. I want to feel chilled. I want to feel impending doom. I don't want something just jumping out at me every 30 seconds, especially when you can see it coming a mile off. Like Little Hope, its entire premise was just, I'm going to have this thing jump out and scare you, and it wasn't scary after about an hour. So, look right bizarre there. Now, one thing I noticed in the quarry, though, the cinematography was really good. I'm hoping that we'll get a little bit more of... oh, no, okay, you Charlie, look at you go. Go on then, you can do it. So I'm hoping for some more good cinematography like that. Oh, look, it's one of them things.
Just some old coin.
It's a lot of dioramas. Sweet. See, now this is a premise I like. Gives you, again, you've got more replay value, not just for the story, but to find out hidden backgrounds and stuff as well. And things.
But I really couldn't make these shows without you.
That's not true.
I may be driving this car.
What car?
The Lonnet Entertainment car. But you're the one who keeps the engine going.
It's not how cars work.
Jesus, you try and give someone a compliment.
Yeah, all right.
Yes, Charlie. I get it.
Right, push the bin. Climb. Oh, and a run and jump. No, okay. Can't quite make out his accent. Obviously it's English, I know that much, but I can't... Is it supposed to be London? I don't know.
Just a little breaking and entering.
Into an old abandoned lighthouse. Oh, it's not a cup of tea this time. Been drinking lots of cups of tea. This is actually just a hot IBM.
What the hell is that?
Oh, ooh, this is different. Crew members what? So I might be spotted, but they won't. What the fucking hell is it?
Nice to meet you too.
What the hell was it? It hissed, whatever it was. I don't know. That was good though. Again, the hide mechanics, I like that addition. Where are we going? Ah, through here, I guess.
Just need some fresh sheets, some nice drapes.
And 6 gallons of sanitizer.
I suppose it would make sense for me to be able to get a character killed this soon then, because most people just turn around and not go to the murder house. Oh, speaking of murder house, we're not going to comment on that? All right.
What in God's name is this?
Oh, we'll comment on this one. Oh, animatronic, which we saw from the teaser of the block.
Charlie, I'm getting an What?
The thing, somebody has a taxidermy hobby. Relax.
Some hobby.
Which is I was really, really impressed actually with the trailer, with the setup of the corpse being moving animatronically. I think that's a real nice addition. I'm looking forward to seeing how it plays out. Let's see if we can get to the murder house, but I don't promise anything this episode.
It's gonna be okay. It's all gonna be okay.
One thing I liked about Little Hope as well, I'm going to always refer back to the other games because it's...
Come on, get shooting. I want you to pan across the lake until the island comes into shot. Then zoom into that lighthouse.
What lighthouse? Yeah, I'll always refer back to, but one of the things I always like is how Little Hope was a lot faster paced. You know, you just straight away you got into like the meat of the story, where Man of Medan in particular felt very dragged out, and House of Ashes had a little bit of a slow start.
We just had the one call.
How did he know what our show was about in the first place?
Actually, I didn't ask.
That's weird.
Let's just play nice, okay?
Yeah, so I'm hoping this one will kind of get straight into it. Not straight into it, obviously we need a little bit of build up.
Mr. Lonnet.
That's me.
I'm Grantham Dumet. Everyone climb aboard and we'll head out.
This is Mark.
Mark.
Erin, Jamie.
Ladies.
And this is Kate.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. Dumet. I'm looking forward to seeing all it is you have to offer. We truly appreciate
That's him from Man of Medan, that's the...
To meet you all. What say we...
He was the guy with one eye, he was the pirate.
Again, I really...
Okay, I'm glad he's back.
...for this opportunity.
Of course.
Was it your great-uncle you said that...
Let's get to where we're going. I'll explain everything later.
Bit sus that we're on a boat with him again. Just saying. Oh, it's not like a boat, is it? It's like one of them little ferry things that just goes... Yeah, I've seen them about... Never been on one, but I've seen them. Was that something in the lighthouse? Did I miss something? Yeah, cinematography is really good. They've really upped the game with the cinematography. Nice diverse cast as well. I like that. So what's the deal with the driver then with the latex gloves? That was such an ominous look though when he just snapping his gloves. Oh, who's this guy?
Let's get up to the hotel. Please, let's stay close.
His voice is very interesting though, because if it is the same guy, which I think it is,
of course not.
It's totally different from what he sounded like.
Sure? It's perfectly safe, but we are a long ways from help if somebody gets hurt, so please, take care.
Is he being set up with something?
Buttoned up tight around here. God.
This way. Don't worry about your bags. I'll make sure they're brought.
We've already had the try not to cough up a lung, so we're gonna be annoyed.
I'm not exactly dressed for a hike, Mr. Dumet.
It's just a short walk. It won't take long.
You're right. He takes his security very seriously.
To keep thinking out.
We'll get
Or keep them in.
Maybe you should be asking what he's trying not to let out.
Jamie, you watch too many horror movies. He values his privacy.
So James, it's gonna take a while to not call her Fliss.
2 hours.
Just go.
But she straight away she just switched
Mark,
on.
get your camera. I want to grab a quick intro from here. I need some shots leading up to the house. Don't need the whole job.
I'm loving the concept as well, that it's a film crew and...
Okay.
No photos. No recording of me at all. Is that clear? I'm a very private person.
It sounds like he's trying to do like a less obvious Mike Tyson impression. You know, like a bit softly spoken without the lisp. And he's just trying to... I don't know.
It sounds clear.
Okay,
it sounds clear. Is it clear?
Space ready?
Bitch, I'm always camera ready.
Stop trying to make me like you.
Rolling.
Speed.
And
I've just arrived on the private island which claims to have genuine artifacts from H.H. Holmes' Reign of Terror. I'm heading to the house right now.
Perfect.
Oh, that was
Kate.
cool.
Now turn to face the house and start to walk.
Okay, that's enough.
And cut.
We really do need to get going.
Anything you say, Mr. Dumas.
This way.
Oh,
You'll steal some more shots, right?
Obviously.
I'm loving these two's relationship. I'm loving everyone so far. Hello, Georgie. Come play.
Mr. Dumet is being really restrictive.
I noticed.
I want you to get a look around without him knowing.
A man is entitled to his privacy.
He's cagey. I want to know what he's trying to hide.
What do you want to do?
What you did that time with those cops in Glendale.
Seriously? Ow! Oh my, damn it!
I did say I went dressed for hiking.
You get your baby ego again?
We should get her up to the
Jamie.
hotel.
Oh my, I can barely move it.
Jamie, stay with her.
Why me?
Because you know first aid. Remember how you patched her up? In Glendale?
Oh, right.
Is it just me or noticing that, again, I'll have to watch the recording back, but the subtitles feel like they go and blur out a little bit.
Hotel?
Yes, sure.
Then let's go.
What is going on?
Come on. I'll clue you in later.
Been taking acting classes again?
Yeah.
What's Charlie want?
A better lay of the land.
And we're the scouts because?
I'm charming, and you can hotwire your way past security.
Oh, that's handy to know. Am I being dense here? I'm trying to think who plays her with the beanie hat on. This gal here in the denim. Now, she looks familiar, and I'm guessing it's her again from Little Hope, because obviously that was that a reenactment that they did at the beginning? Because obviously she looked like she was talking to H.H. Holmes in the court booth. So did they do a reenactment? Is that what that was? And so she's playing the reenactment, and I don't know. I'm very bad at faces, names, and places. I have told this, mentioned this in dozens of videos.
Maybe. If there's some sort of magical holy grail of footage or information to be had here.
You think that's likely?
No. At best, we'll get some nice B-roll. That's not gonna save our asses.
It's so good, so good. I'm really... My first impression of this game is I'm very excited for it. I'm really intrigued to see where things go. And I just love the serial killer concept. I didn't really think of what else they were going to do with the series. Everyone's been drastically different. We had In Your Heads. Actually, the second one was also In Your Head, but more ghost-oriented. Well, the first one was. So, all right, the first two weren't that much drastically different. But then we went to monsters, aliens, and vampires, technically, in the third game. And then we've gone to serial killers with this one. So, yeah, I'm loving the variety. One thing I would love to see in Season 2 is a little bit of cosmic horror. I know technically, like we said, House of Ashes, they were aliens, but they were, possessed by a parasite that turned them into... Yeah, they were possessed by what would become vampires, and it was basically a vampire thing using aliens as the basis. I'd love to see some proper, like, Cthulhu-type cosmic horror in the next one. Or one of the ones in the next series. What kind of things would you guys like to see in the next season of the Dark Pictures Anthology? Just curious what you think they're going to do. Are they going to have like some of the same ideas recycled but improved upon? Not like exactly recycled, but are they going to go back to witches but make it more actual witches? Things like that. I'd be intrigued. Oh, and also, I want you guys to let me know down below how many people you think I will get to the end alive. I'm going to try and get everyone alive. I say this every time, like I said, I've failed every single time. But that's my goal, is to get everyone alive to the end. To the end alive. Don't know why I started talking like Yoda. Right, let's see if something good happens here so I can call an end to this episode.
Do you live out here on this island? Get down. With your family?
My wife is... she died.
Oh, shit. Sorry, I didn't mean to be rude.
Come on, we're about there.
How do I know it's safe?
Let's go.
We're just going to end up at the hotel before them.
There's nothing out here.
I accidentally once made a joke about someone's missus. It turned out they passed. That was an embarrassing day for me. They were cool about it, but it was still annoying. Alright, we're going to find Georgie. I like the hide mechanic though, that's really cool. See, this is what I mean. Now I can't jog or run anywhere, so I'm kind of stuck at this pace and I just want to get on with it. Ooh, little tram. Been in one of these like this before. Where I went? I want to say Filey, but I don't think it was Filey. Oh, she's giving her a boost up. I thought she was reading an imaginary book. Something's watching us. Something's watching us from the bushes.
What about over there?
What about over
If I
there?
wanted to go on nature hikes, I wouldn't have moved to the city. This shit is
Oh.
not in my job description.
Not wrong with a nice walk through the woods. We've got some lovely woods near where I live that we love to go walking through. Also, well, just a nice nature place. I won't really go as far as woods. Yeah, this feels like there should be something over here.
Shit, summer camps.
Ah, summer camp, referring to the quarry. No, it's not really. No. I thought there might be something hidden over there for me to investigate. Right, get to the top of wherever this is, call an end to it. I know it's going on a little bit longer, but I'd rather get these bits out of the way. I know it's a little bit slower pace, but let's get them out of the way and we can crack on with the main story then from the next episode. Again, you've got to have a little bit of build up, get a bit of connection with the characters and all that. All that jazz.
Okay. If I can get the car moving and stop it here, we'll be able to get across.
Huh.
See the control panel? It's trashed. I don't even think there's power.
You think he's not going to notice the bloody tram starts rolling up the goddamn... Who's he going to think he's done it? Because it's certainly not one of his guys, is it? Not very discreet at all. Climbing. Don't even know where I'm going. I'm just kind of going on instinct here, guys. Yeah, there's power over this way. So do we go... That's where we came out, so we don't need to go that way. We need to go this way. But I can't go any faster, which is very frustrating. Hey, found one of these. Sweet. Yay me. Okay, where the frig am I going? Oh no, this is a bit of a different location. Yeah, generator. Whoop whoop. Can I get a whoop whoop? Right, that's
Maybe we
that.
can get this thing working.
Maybe. That'd be exciting, won't it? I don't mind pulling them faces. Again, like I said, every one of the games starts off like this. Alright, let's get on top of the tram. Call it.
Jamie, can you fix this?
Oh, I'm playing Jamie now. What? Press left to equip the multimeter. What? Is that? What? Right, and I think I need to do this one first and then this one last. Yeah! Super sleuth.
God damn, I'm brilliant!
Right. And that's it. That's what we're going to call it. Weird place to leave the episode, I know, but again, I don't like these kind of videos to go on for too long. Maybe if I'm getting towards a finale or big events are happening, I might do it, but yeah, I'm not going to push it for too long with this one. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you'll join me for the next one coming very soon. And with that being said, I'll see you all on the next episode coming soon. Bye.